pool surrounded by water, people splashing water on my records, and I didn't like that because I'm really anal about keeping my records clean.
I am, myself and Derek May, driving 3 hours through the Andes Mountains. We saw the stars, we saw the moon, we saw everything. I don't think you can get better than that.
One of the happiest and most special moments of my life was when I played in Macedonia. We went for dinner, went to a restaurant, we sat down, the guy put 4 plates down for everybody, nice guys. And I ordered, and they spoke in their language, and food came. It's just a dish for me. I'm like, where's the rest of the food? You know, and the guys say, they all look at me. They say, oh, we don't have enough money to eat here. We could never eat here. We brought you to eat. And that was heavy.
The future of techno is new faces and new voices.
Everyone has a studio and everyone has a label. It's much harder to establish yourself as a DJ, producer, or whatever. It's so hard.
Ghostly came about as a mental idea. Our approach was more like, let's do music, let's make it exciting, let's have fun. But the label really happened in college when I met Matthew Deere at a party and saw him play techno, talking to him about music, becoming friends, DJing with him, hearing his live music.
I'd like to consider myself a dance artist. I mean, that's what I got into this for, was to watch people move to a certain sound.
There's gonna be a lot more music, a lot more techno music, but the innovators will rise. You know, those with credibility will rise.
People are going to rediscover techno in a big way coming up in the near future.
Actually, I hope it will become a little more commercial so people can have a little more respect for it and not look at it as just this underground thing where you can go into a dark place and pop a pill or whatever and go to cyber la-la land.
It's so many facets of the music. You can't stop it. It's gonna show its head, you know, in a big way.
I believe that a lot of people live off the blueprint of what we did, and that's really flattering. That's cool. That makes us feel wonderful, but that doesn't take the music to new levels.
I believe that the next wave of electronic music is coming from some black kid that we have no idea, and he's going to get a laptop and he's going to stumble on all this software and all these programs, and he or she is going to be the next thing.
It's still a very young genre, and it's still defining itself and going out to all the possible extremes.
Once you make music, once you do an art form, it's no longer, it's yours. You created it on that level, but it's no longer yours. You know, it's public domain. It belongs to whoever can get their hands on it. So all the passion and desire and love that we had for what we had done, and we got the great crowd, and oh, we got this real thing for the city because, you know, we hate the city, but we love the city, and this is passion, and we're on a mission, and we're gonna do this. We forgot that there's a such thing as the post, mail, trucks, airplanes, shit flies, travels. Somehow, you never know whose hand it's gonna end up in. You don't know where it's gonna end up in the period. Never dawned upon us that this would go across the world. Just never even thought about it.
I'm not taking credit for the advent of electronic music. I mean, of course, electronic music was here way before I started making tracks, but nobody was calling it techno music until I started calling it techno music.
You know, they are very modest and even in some cases quiet people. They've, you know, let this monster loose on on the world, and you know, there's no stopping it at this point.
That those guys really pioneered it in the direction that it is now. They started with 4/4 beats. they brought it to a 12-inch vinyl format, and we're like, you know, the DJing culture of techno.
Not only are they these kind of figurative leaders of this sound, they're still very relevant and very good musicians and DJs.
And then when we finally had our chance to express our opinions upon the world, I guess it must have sounded like some alien shit, you know? And that's why we're sitting here today.
Love takes me away. Love takes me away, away, away. Too deep to understand, mysterious as the darkness. Your heart is hiding love all the time. There's a fight within yourself to keep a heart that is so cold. Just leave your evil hatred all behind. Love, take me away. Love, take me away. Love, take me away. Love, take me away. Away, people in the world have to come together, keep an open mind of our differences. I'm different from you, you're different from me. Love makes no difference, that's easy to see. Where did hate start? Where will hate end? It's all up to you. Let love begin. Love, take me away. Love, take me away. Love, take me away. Love.